I just want you to know that wherever you're at, you know, having lost a girlfriend or a marriage or a career, the sun's going to keep rising. You just got to decide, who do you want to be in the morning when that sun rises? Do you want to be a guy waking up from a hangover, with a hangover, having several days of alcohol withdrawal that you then medicate with more alcohol, knowing that you have something more that you can contribute to yourself, your family, or the world? I'm going to give this to you really raw. You haven't seen the purpose of this channel yet. I've really just defined it, and it's still a long path before I'm there. But what's going on now is the exact example of what I want to lead with and show others that you can handle things. If you've been following my story, man, I'm just a dude that got divorced, lost all the direction he had in life, was really honestly lost before that, was medicating, was drinking, got out of shape, had lost self-hope, everything was gone, everything was screwed up. And I came back and I picked myself up, and I've been doing some really uncomfortable, hard, creative, challenging things to develop and make just an amazing future full of prosperity and the ability to help other men who are in situations like mine know they have more to offer themselves and their families, and they've got to be able to find that in themselves. I'm out here struggling to just get by. There's been some major pressure. There was a huge financial challenge, something I wasn't able to manage. It's caused stress for months and months. This all goes back to a failed engine and transmission. You know, I'm thousands of miles from home. There's no easy way to fix any of this. I'm not giving up. I'm not going back. And some really weird stuff happened with the bank to the tune of about $9,000 worth of overdrafts of money I didn't have, but money that needed to go to a very important place within a very limited time frame. It all blew up on my face. Everything went wrong. And now I've made all the calls. I've talked to all the people. I can do nothing but wait. And at this point, most people, they want to go do something. They want to medicate. They want to go get drunk. They want to play video games. They want to try to just forget about what's going on, pass the time, and get by. And what am I doing? I'm doing the same damn thing I always do. I'm going to the gym. I'm going out somewhere beautiful. I'm setting up my Wi-Fi on my laptop, and I'm going to create. Even though I'm in the middle of a freak out, it's going to work out. I'm going to keep doing exactly what I do. Always work out. Never drink. Always eat right, and always keep creating. And no matter what else happens, you can see I'm torn up right now. But this is not going to slow me down. Nothing is going to stop me. Nothing should stop you either. But you can't do that on day one usually. You got to start making the changes. And you have to be able to stick with it when stuff hits you in the face. And I'm not perfect at it yet, but I am getting better and stronger every damn day. And this is a big one. This has been something that has plagued just given me anxiety for over half a year. And it all comes down to things that maybe they weren't within my control, but how I handle them is. And I'm going to handle it. And let me tell you, no matter what, even if this blows up in my face, even if it doesn't work out, even if this all goes wrong, I left home as a drunk, fat dude with no direction. And I am healthy, I'm sober, I've even stopped smoking pot. I never thought I wanted to. I'm getting better every single day. I'm creating, I'm living my dreams. It's not paying off yet, but every single day it gets better and better and closer and closer. And every time things get better, something gets harder, and it gets harder and harder, and then it just keeps getting better. And I know that just no matter what, you can't stop. You can't stop. You got to put down the bottle. You got to get in the gym. You got to go work out. And no matter what hits you, never miss on those things that are making us into what we belong, where we're going. So I got tears in my eyes. I'm stressed. I'm anxious. And I can promise you this. In a couple hours, I won't be. In a couple hours, I'm going to have crushed a workout. I'm about 14 hours into the fast now. I eat nothing but protein and fruit. And I'm going to be out on the side of the ocean in my 4x4 camper I built out of a presidential motorcade vehicle, out of my own crazy creativity. And I said, I'm not going to live the life that I'm living anymore. I gave everything away. I replaced this engine on credit that I couldn't afford. I left home with $700 to my name. No way to figure out how to make this happen, and ended up living in the cold and the rain for 7-8 months, having all kinds of ridiculous stuff. But I'm here doing exactly what I want to do, and this is going to turn into something where I can actually help men make the positive changes that they need in their lives, which will change lives for generations. So when you get hit with something hard, even something that seems unmanageable, and this is pushing me right now on one hand, but it's only taken a few minutes to catch my breath and realize, like I said in one of the last videos, none of this really matters. If I follow those characteristics always, I eat right always, I go to the gym always, I never drink alcohol, now I'm never smoking pot, and I always keep creating. And now I know that I'm creating so that I can develop the individual I admire absolutely the most within myself. And then I can help other men do the same. So I wanted to share this with you right now, that I'm on the verge of tears, and that this one hit me and I started freaking out. But guess what? I'm from Wichita, Kansas. I hate Wichita, Kansas. I don't belong there. I have such a greater potential for myself and for the world, and I had to be in a place where I can make use of my skills and my assets and this crazy vehicle that I've got and my capability to communicate and create videos and inspire and encourage people. And now I'm out here. I wish I would have turned the camera around to show you the view of the ocean I just drove by as I looked out onto the pier where I work, where people spend thousands of dollars to come visit, and I can look out onto the beach where I'm about ready to go drive out in my 4x4 camper I built with my Wi-Fi and my solar panel and my battery, and I'm going to get back to creating and making this stuff for you guys, and everything's just going to be the same. I'm just going to keep moving forward. There's no way I was going to miss my workout. There's no way I was going to go grab a bottle or go to a dispensary. I'm not changing anything, and I'm going to feel freaking great in a couple hours, probably a couple minutes. I'm going to walk into that gym. My life's going to be good. I'm going to work out hard, and I'm going to keep creating, and I'm going to put nothing but healthy stuff into my body. And honestly, I'm not even interested in girls. I don't need anybody but myself right now. But I know that as I keep pursuing this path and this individual, if or when I'm ever ready again, a good woman is going to be manifested into my life. She will be attracted to me. I'm not going to have to go out chasing or searching or seeking or selling myself to anybody. Because guess what? This isn't the last little weird mishap that's going to really screw things up. The big thing is, how am I going to handle it? I'm not the individual I want to be yet, but I'm a hell of a lot more of a man than I was a year ago. And I'm a hell of a lot more of a man than I was about 950 years ago. The day that I thought the divorce papers got filed and I stepped in the gym and said I was going to change everything. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. This stuff doesn't happen in weeks, months, or even years. This is a lifetime commitment to myself, and I want you to have that same thing. To commit to yourself that you are going to create the individual that you absolutely admire the most. And that individual will be able to do everything for themselves, for their family if you have it, and to help other men who need this, to need to see that you can get past these things, and you don't need to grab the bottle, and you definitely don't need to skip a workout just because things are going to shit. So whatever you're going through, buck up. You know, I'm glad to share the influence that's helped find who has been my guiding light as I start getting through this, through all this stuff that I've had wrong with myself. And you've probably heard him say the same thing. This isn't anything new. I'm just following a path that someone else found and created and showed that it works. And one of the things he said, whatever has you all worked up, the universe already has worked out. So go work out. Right now I'm freaking out. That's the gym right over there. I'm going to go get some really healthy food in me before and get some nutrition. I'm going to get back to killing it at life.
Yeah, I'm at Lowe's and I work at Flyers. Oh, nice, yeah. Or no, here's what I saw you last time. Oh, probably, yeah. Yeah, I'm at Lowe's.
You know, this thing I'm dealing with now, this is only one of many things that have gone down, including some very serious family health issues. But at this moment, between that workout and the fact that I'm driving on the beach, on the side of the ocean, getting ready to go camp out on the sand dunes and create for the next 12 plus hours, I don't know, till I fall asleep, and then get up in the morning and go through the same process again. Everything's just fine. Everything will be fine. I'm around 250 days without drinking, 944 health and fitness, and 10 or 12 days without weed. But when all that hit me, not once did I want to go and grab a joint, grab a bottle, play video games, waste any of my valuable time, because I'm on a mission. And I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but when I'm not working to make money to support this mission, I'm working on this mission. And every single little thing that hits me makes me stronger. That had me down a little bit. You saw tears in my eyes. I was pretty emotional for a moment. But you know what? I just kept with what I planned on doing. And no matter what happens, I'm going to keep following the exact same path that I talked about. Never drink. Now stop smoking pot. Always eat right. Never miss a planned day at the gym. And keep creating content no matter what. Follow those 4 principles. Everything's going to work out. I know exactly how this would feel if I went and I drank this away. Everything would be worse tomorrow. The issues that I've already seen to the very possible end for the day will be resolved. And even if they aren't, everything's good. The sun's still going to rise. I'm not going to miss a beat on the things that I've learned to do. And no matter what, man, I don't know anybody that's had to struggle as hard as me through things, but you know what? There's lessons being learned here. I've never met anybody that has more potential that never saw it through to produce a result. And that's on me. That's not on anything outside. That's not on anything that in the outside world, because if I was handling things the way I do now the whole time, I'd be light years beyond where I am today. But guess what? I'm light years beyond where I was last year, and I'm light years beyond 944 days ago, the first day I stepped into the gym. I mean, look at what I'm doing. I have some of those video or pictures that pop up on my phone from a year ago when I'm at home, still addicted to alcohol, still on antidepressants, starting to build this vehicle out, trying to figure out how to even afford to put the engine in once it went out, and just having defined the basic idea of getting out here. And now it's evolved into creating the individual that I admire absolutely the most within myself in every single way, and then helping other men to do the same. And what an amazing journey. What an amazing mission. I haven't succeeded, but I am succeeding. I haven't won, but I am winning. And I'm excited to get to the point when I can really show you the results of what I've done, how I got there, and help you get there. But right now, I'm bringing you along on the journey. I show you some of the happy and fun stuff, but you need to see the downs too. There is no story without struggle. I've left out a lot of the really hard parts of this. You know, people always want to show all the beautiful, romantic, fun, great things on social media. And when I look around, It really is. It really, really is. But man, there's been a lot of long, cold nights, rainy nights, horrible, crappy jobs, stupid people to be around, more mechanical issues, financial anxiety, self-doubt, thinking, can I run home? And like I said, every single time things start to get good, something hits me hard. And every time something hits me hard and I get through it, things get better. And that's just a lesson in life. I'm not following a path where I trade my hours for dollars, where somebody tells me what to do, where I can predict everything and I have a life of comfort. I don't want that. That's how I ended up as a drunk, fat loser. That is not for me. It's not for everybody. And that's okay. Even if your family or friends don't get it. I've had to remove a lot of family and friends from my life. People I love. But their influence has a negative impact that doesn't belong within my sphere. And actually, a lot of my interactions and a lot of my friends I'm just evolving past them. I haven't quite made it to the next level where, I really belong at the table with a bunch of successful people who have made it through all the struggles that I'm going through and have succeeded and no longer have, they can always handle the financial stuff. They've always got a leg to stand on. I'm not there yet, but I'm a hell of a lot past begging other people to let me sell my time to them for money just so they can mark it up and make a profit on it as I slowly watch my life dwindle away, having done nothing of real purpose or value with it except for surviving and buying crap. I'm gonna keep the struggle going. I don't care. It's check that out. See, we're out at the I cracked the code. I figured it out. I live on a beach in California, and we're gonna go find a remote spot here in a minute. But I grew up on the sand dunes, riding ATVs and dune buggies, and they're all around me, and it's cool as hell. But I'm heading off somewhere where I probably won't see any. I might see a few. It's cool if they do come by. We'll get some more footage out there before I finish this little vlog, but I just want you to know that wherever you're at, having lost a girlfriend or a marriage or a career or something else, a mortgage, a house, the sun's going to keep rising. You just got to decide, who do you want to be in the morning when that sun rises? Do you want to be a guy waking up from a hangover, with a hangover, having several days of alcohol withdrawal that you then medicate with more alcohol, knowing that you have something more that you can contribute to yourself, your family, or the world? Because I knew deep down, and I know deep down, that I've got a lot more to contribute to everything. And it seemed like, it was so hard at the beginning. It was so hard to get into the gym. It was so hard to stop drinking. But now I can't not go into the gym and I can't drink. It's just the consistent habits. And it's so crazy. I said, okay, I'm not smoking pot again. That was a split-second decision. My guiding light that has helped me figure out how to find my path for myself said that men don't drink, men don't do drugs. Real men just move forward and pursue the best version of themselves. And I know that you can do it too. And this is not easy, but it is so worth it. And it does actually get pretty easy. Like this whole quitting pot thing, tell me I'm going to fail at it. I don't care. I'll keep showing you updates, 10, 12 days, whatever it is now. I'm not even keeping track because I just said I was not going to smoke pot. And I said I was going to do it. And that's the theme for the year. I say I'm going to do something. I'm going to do it. It's been more than a year, though. I just had to get the freaking alcohol out of my life. I had to get away from a life that I couldn't stand, an existence that I needed to escape from. And I don't know how you can get away from that existence because I don't know your life. You probably have responsibilities. I have the luxury of not having My wife and I didn't have kids. We didn't have a mortgage. I was completely debt-free before the engine and transmission went out, and I started on this crazy mission, and a bunch of weird things happened once I got out here to California. But you know what? I ain't running home. These videos might not get any views, but with enough time and effort, they will. And it's not about the views, it's not about the followers, it's about the impact. I know I'm impacting people. I had a guy, tears coming out of his eyes today. I had other people come just to meet me yesterday. I'm actually starting to influence other people in a positive way to make the best versions of themselves. And when I get far enough along, you'll look at me and you'll be like, damn, that dude f***ing did it. And like I said, you want to know the people that I follow that have helped me find this path, I'm glad to tell you. Because at this moment, I'm just kind of a disciple of their word as I'm living the path that they've laid out for me. But I'm also creating my own path. What I'm doing does not look like what anybody else that I follow is doing. I took what I had, which wasn't very much, but this vehicle gives me an amazing element of freedom. And this was a big vision. This was a long vision. There was a lot of hard work. I've had this thing for 6 years. I've shipped it across the country. I've been modifying it for 6 years. And when the time came, this resource allowed me the freedom to do what I needed to do to fix my life and fix myself. And that's what I want. I've never had a desire to have kids. You know, if I was with the right woman, maybe that would make sense and maybe I would want them. I've never had a desire to have kids. What I want to do is I want to help men, because I know that there are a lot of men in the world that have gone through the same exact stuff as me. And I know that there's a way past it all. And I know that we all have this shining light, bright shining light deep within us, and it's just been dimmed and dulled by education, by jobs, by relationships. And we're out on sand dunes now. We're getting into some real stuff. This is what I said I was going to do, and it's what I'm doing. So I said I'm going to stop smoking pot. Again, I didn't even know that I really needed to. But I know now that if I'm going to help influence others to find the best versions of themselves, I got to walk the walk. So I'm going to give you a few shots once we get parked. Clouds are in. It's a little breezy and hazy. You know, got some marine layer coming in. So maybe not the most beautiful shots, but I'm about to show you my office, and I'll check back with you in a little bit. Moved just slightly, had just a little bit of a weak Wi-Fi signal. We're looking pretty good here now, going between 2 and 4 bars. Just want you to see that I'm not BSing. So let's see here. Let's look up how about some C-Boys TV. Boom, boom. I was watching that one.
Do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
I need help with their snoring.
Sleep Number.
As you can tell, I got my Wi-Fi. And I showed you outside. I'm going to try to put this up to the window, see if I give you a little view of where I'm at now. So that's the ocean on that side. A couple guys over in Toyotas tearing it up. Sand dunes over here. And now I'm gonna create content. I'm gonna edit until I fall asleep. And I'm gonna get up tomorrow and do the same thing after I go to the gym. Keep eating healthy. Oh yeah, let's see, I got avocados up front, protein shakes, some supplements, and here in the back, we got bananas, tuna, blueberries. This is honestly probably the next thing to get rid of, just any sort of energy drinks. This is a lot better than a bunch of them. It doesn't have that that terrible vitamin B12 that starts with a C that's literally harvested off of human waste plants. Down here I got some olives. I got some pickled vegetables. And then the fallback, now that we're getting into good season, I can start cooking. We've got beef jerky, which is just pure straight protein, but it's been processed and preserved, and it's not ideal, but it's 1,000 times better than Doritos or Taco Bell. So I had a completely different plan for today. I was going to edit completely different content, and I'll probably still get to that tonight. But right now, I'm going to tell you guys a story that I'm telling you right now, or edit this bit right at the moment. So I'll catch you later.